Good morning, guys. How are you? And Guyettes. Hope you're all okay. Right, so this is the first video in a bit with me rambling away. As you can see, we have the Sherman Easy 8 on the bench at this minute in time, which is the Tamiya Easy 8. The more sort of eagle-eyed of you guys will notice that the camera is in a different place as well. It's just because where I have it up there, it's a bit of a distance away really, from because I put a different shelf up, so it's a bit higher. You can't really see much, and I'm not saying you can probably see all that well on this either. But there you go. I apologise for the constant clicking as well, but as I said in most videos, I'm working off a tablet, and that's the only one I've got at the minute. So there we go. Right, so yeah, this is update 2 of my entry into Shane Smith's Sherman Thunderbolt build. So where are we? Well, my last update I did was all photographs and stills, and that was of the main construction of the kit. We now have it built. The only difference is being I have left the glass out of the cupola there, and that's it really. I've left the tracks off. It's all been painted. I applied a wash last night, started with the turret, so that's all done and cleaned up, so that's nicely done. And I just got to go around and clean up various bits from that I didn't clean up last night. I'm currently using this MIG dark brown wash for green vehicles, and it comes out of this starter set that I've had for a few years, which is the US Green Tanks set. Not a bad little set. You get streaking grime, you get olive drab base colour, and then of course the wash. Usually to clean the wash up, a lot of people use what's it called, odorless enamels or enamel white spirit or whatever to clean the wash up. I tend to try and use this Ninja and Newton Sansador. It's a little bit cheaper than the white spirits, and it's not as aggressive to your paint and gloss coats as white spirit and the odorless thinner is. Obviously the white spirit and odorless thinner are made strictly for, so it shouldn't hurt the model, so to speak. However, sometimes even when I've left the gloss coat for nearly 24 hours, it still can peel it off sometimes. So yeah, that's where we are at the minute with that. The biggest thing I thought that was going to take its time was the tyres over the road wheels, because I'd attached them all onto the vehicle where normally I leave them off and use a mask and paint them separately. However, this time I didn't. I applied them all to the tank, and to be fair, it was a ball ache, because if you were to take the bogies off now with the wheels on, you'd probably find behind the back bogies there that the tyre isn't painted, because obviously I couldn't quite get there with the brush. So I'm definitely a fan of painting the wheels off the kit if it's of course able to. So yeah, the biggest thing after that was painting all the stowage. So if we put the Sherman there, the stowage I've used bits out of the value gears set you can get, and they're all now nicely painted and done. I just got to obviously add a wash onto these when they're done, and obviously gloss coat them when they're on the back of the vehicle. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set them on the back of the vehicle first, position them and everything, and then I'm going to gloss it all and then weather it while it's onto the vehicle, because then it'll look a bit more realistic, I think anyway. Other bits of stowage I've got is a little bicycle out of a Tamiya set. basically 2 German soldiers are on bicycles. So that's another piece. And then I've used some barbed wire, which I've rusted with some of that AK's metal burnishing fluid. And I've got a load more sort of bits of that's Eureka XXL accessories, and then I've got sort of other accessories. I'm quite pleased actually with the way that the machine guns come out, because with Tamiya kits they release a new kit, but they always put the old 50 cal guns in there, so they're a bit naff, some of them are. So what I did is I cut the barrel off and added an RB barrels set. I don't know if you can see all that well, if it'll sort of, but the detail anyway is excellent on that. So that's that. And then I've borrowed some parts I found off various other kits I've got in the spare. So like there's a jack from a German vehicle, a couple of ammo tins, and some extra old rifles, and all that type of thing. I was thinking I was going to stick the rifles into the barrel on the back of the tank like so. However, they don't particularly fit that well. So because the barrel is actually with a hole on, and it comes in a pack of 4 barrels, but they're all got holes in the bottom. So I'm going to have to sort of stick it on the back of the tank, facing something like that, so you can't see, you know. So of course, this is I've also got a little axe as well, which is a dragon axe with the clasps on. So I shall leave those. And then I've also borrowed another machine gun, because it only comes with one option for the machine gun on this kit, which you can just have the 50 cal on the front. But there's actually another slot at the back, so I'm going to add that onto the back, because I know that the Fury tank has both two machine guns, but I'm desperately not going to do the Fury because a few people have asked me, but everybody seems to do a Fury tank when they come to doing the Easy 8. So I particularly didn't want to do that, so I thought, why not? So the paints that I've used are, for the base colour, I've used this Mr. Hobby's Aqueous. I've never used these before, so I just thought, when you see people's videos, they're always using these, a lot of people are, so I thought I'd just give them a go on this project just to see what they're like. And of course, with when you're trying to lighten olive drab, you should never use white, you should just use yellow, because black and yellow added together equals olive drab. So if you're going to, so I'll use a bit of this. Yeah, okay, I am impressed, and I'm not too impressed with the way that it turned out. It's a bit too shiny for my liking, where Tamiya paints I always use, or not Model Air. I mean, I use Model Air sometimes, but I try and use Tamiya usually. And Tamiya just goes down beautifully well, it really does. And I always thin the Tamiya paints now with this, which is excellent stuff. It's for lacquers basically, but it does work. So I'm building up the figures, which is I'm going to get the tank out of the way and all done first, and then I've built a couple of the figures. Now I've got the figure that came with the box in the vehicle, so that's ready. And then I've got 2 others, one built up which was fairly easy, which is not that one, which is this one, and then this one, oh my god, to stick around the head here, they've given you like 3 or 4 pieces just for the headgear, and of course it's dragon, and of course they don't fit neither, whereas this one, it fitted quite well, and it looked pretty good. So, and it's out of that set. Now, Shane said, when I showed what set it was, Shane Smyth, who's running the group build, said that he's heard not very good stories about that kit. So, yeah, I can see why. So, yeah. However, they're going to be, I'm not using them all, I'm just using 2 out of that kit. And then that's going to be it, basically, for figures. And then I'm not going to do a dio with it, a diorama. It's going to go on a diorama later in the year, which I've got planned. So I'm basically just building the kits up and then going to be adding them to the diorama later in the year. So, because I've got a couple of others. I've still got to do me Curse group build yet, and then me and Greg and Joe are going to be doing another buddy build on the Tamiya Matilda tank. I apologise about my throat, guys. I've got quite bad toothache, but also croaky throat as well, which most of my family keep coming down with. So yeah, so so I've got to do my next project on the bench after this will be the Tamiya Stug 3. I think I'm going to be doing for Mike Cohen Seas and Nigel Wells. My modelling world on YouTube is Kirk 75 anniversary group build, so that's what I'm going to be doing for that. I was going to do the Nashorn, and then I decided that I didn't want to do the Nashorn. Then I was going to do the Vesp, which I bought separately just for that, and I decided I don't want to do that. So I've decided this time that I'm definitely going to do the Stug. So it's the Tamiya Stug 3 Aus G. So that's what I'm going to be doing for that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to call it quits here because I've got to go to a dentist appointment, luckily. So I hope you're all well. I hope you'll stay safe and all look after yourselves, and may the force be with you. See you guys.